I thought I'd just make this other video just to reinforce the fact that no one needs to worry if Matic drops and you're holding. This is going to be one of my long-term hodls. I've decided on it, and I'm not new to the cryptocurrency space at all. I've just got back into it, obviously after that whole bear trend. I mean, I'm not a trader in bear markets. I used to do CFD trading, and I really didn't like it. Working with an exchange is so much better than CFD trading. There's too much risk involved for me. I like working as well. I'd go mad if I didn't have a job. But when I first got into cryptocurrency, I noticed that I had some Bitcoin, right? Basically, I was trading on CFDs, and I noticed that there was a trend. So I decided it was easy enough to buy Bitcoin. So I bought some Bitcoins just in 2016, and I was watching them go up, and I was like, "This is great. This is brilliant." And then I had a look into altcoins, and I was like, there's more here as well. Let's have a little look into it. And it was all new to me back then. And to cut a long story short, when I found Ripple, I was like, this is an interesting one. This looks like it could have some potential. I think what I'll do is I'll invest in Ripple as well. So at the time, I'd made a fair bit of money. So this is in 2016. I'd made a fair bit of money doing CFD trading, and I just wanted to get out of it. Okay, so I took all the money that I'd made off CFD trading, which was just short of about $3,500, which I'd, on another note, which I had made out of 200. Lucky for me at the time, it was because oil had been going down, and I just shorted oil all the way down, and I bailed when it was about $30. So I'd made a fair bit just from shorting oil. I took all that money and all my Bitcoin money, most of it anyway, and I put it into Ripple. And at this point, we'd got ourselves into this is probably about 2017, at the very sort of first month, January, February of 2017. Ripple was, well, to me, it seemed quite attractive because it was going from half a cent to sometimes as much as 3 cents, and I was thinking, well, this, I can double or triple my money with that. That's brilliant. So I put it in, and I watched it double, and I watched it triple, and I watched it half, and I watched it. At some point, my money was down considerably, and I was thinking, oh, what have I done, Anyway, I let it ride because, what are you going to do? I'm not going to sell it. I'm watching this thing move around quite a lot, and I'm talking. You've got to appreciate what it's like when something at one minute is half a cent, the next minute is 3 cents. So I was thinking, I'll set a target when it gets to 5. Maybe I'll sell it at 5. Anyway, it got to 5, and then it got to 6. And then I thought, the more I read about it, and the more I realised that there was a bull trend going on with the crypto space, and the more I thought, I'm just going to leave this. I'm going to let it ride. I let it ride, and we all know what happened at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. It went mad. It went absolutely mad. And that initial investment that I put in, that I let ride, it would made me just short of, I'm talking dollars at this point, so $3,500 I'd put in, that's £3,500, had turned into just short of $500,000 US. So it was more than that actually. At one point it was a lot more than that, but then when I saw that it was going down, I thought I'm going to sell here because I can pay off my mortgage, I can have some nice money, and I won't need to work in the. I still am a psychiatric nurse. I used to work with prisoners and gang members, and just people from prison basically, and it was not an easy job. Trust me, it was pretty violent. And I was thinking, right, now, if I can pay off my mortgage, and have a bit of change left over, I can find still doing nice work, but I don't need to work in this sort of job anymore. And Bob's your uncle. I paid off my mortgage. I had some nice money left over, and that's the end of the story. Now, what I'm getting at is, we're in a similar situation now to I was then, and I'm not worried at all about it. It doesn't faze me in the slightest that we're going to go down a little bit. That's if we are going to go down a little bit. This coin, to me, it is a ripple, of 2016. That's what I see this coin as. I'm not saying anything to do with the coin. It's got anything to do with Ripple. They're completely separate entities. But as far as where we're headed with this coin, where the price target is and where it is now, it's like a mirror image of where I was back then. And like I say, if you're holding this coin now, even if you bought it at the top, don't you worry at all. This is one of the coins that you'll want to hold and leave for years, and it will pay off eventually. So do yourself a favour, sit back, relax, chill out. It's all part of the game. The good thing is we're in a bull trend anyway. I know it's early days. It's very early days. Back then, when the last bull trend started, Ripple was in its infancy, and it barely moved between a fraction of a cent to 2 or 3 cents for years. It barely moved until the very end, and then it went bonkers. So just don't worry. We'll be out of this little area, and if you want to sell where you bought it or take some profit, that's fine. That's all part of the game too. Do that. But if you're looking to hold for a long time and you're looking for a coin to do that with, I think this is one of those coins. So don't take my word for it. Obviously, I'm just giving you my story and why it's not bothered me in any way that this is going down. Or if it goes down any further, it's still not going to bother me. So I've been there before, and I've got nothing to worry about with this. It's not frightening. It's just all part of the game. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Take it easy, and catch you on the next one.